Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the American Tier 10 medium tank, the M60. This was, believe it or not, the first premium ever released into the game. It wasn't given away for purchase, it was given away for free by random. Today, Wargaming still has not released the exact information on how this tank was given away and why it was given away. All I know is that about 5-6 years ago, I woke up, got a message on my account that said, "Congratulations, you got this tank as a gift for playing the game." And now I have the M60. I also received a camo called True Devotion, so if you ever see anybody running this camo, you know that they received the M60, one of the few lucky players that did all the way back in the day. You can imagine that the community was not very happy with Wargaming doing this, and there was basically riots in the forums. I was too young to ever really notice or care. I was probably like 13 or 14 when I got the tank, so I was oblivious at the time. So it really didn't matter too much to me. But it's just a little bit of history there for World of Tanks Blitz when it comes to this vehicle. Nowadays, the M60 is just a really bad textured medium. It definitely needs to get PBR graphics, in my opinion. It would look amazing with it. It definitely needs it. But while we're waiting for it to eventually receive PBR graphics, the M60 is actually a very underrated vehicle, in my opinion. It's a better M48 Patton, is the best way I can describe it. It's a bit taller. That's one of the big arguments that a lot of comp players will say why, when the Patton was actually used in comp, they didn't use the M60. But apart from it being taller, this tank actually has better upper plate armor. It's also got a stronger turret by about 20 millimeters, one more degree of gun depression, and I think its gun is a bit more accurate, if I'm not mistaken. Because of that, I've always personally believed the M60 is just a better vehicle. Nice slap into the back of that WZ-120. All right, what do they have? So they got a Batchat WZ-120 and a 30B. So we just got to wait for that 30 to be detected, and then that'll be their entire medium flank. Okay, well, I'm not seeing all too much here, so I'm going to push up with my T-54. I'm not going to over-aggress or anything like that. Just going to chill, and let's see. So the WZ-120 is in mid, and there you go. Nice free shot into the WZ. The Batchat might shoot me. What the heck? What the heck is this? What? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I have no words, but just interesting. We bounced the Batchat, which is very unfortunate, but we were able to get away. Still a little confused on what I just witnessed, but it's fine. We're alive, and we managed to get out. Okay, so we got the Batchat off to the side. Let's get a free shell into his vehicle. There you go. Nice 360 slug into him. We also got the T-57 Heavy over here, and let's see if we can get a shell into his turret. Bonk. There you go. 393 tap. We've already done about 1,600 damage, which is not too bad at all. I'm hoping this T-54 will hold with me and not bail, because if he bails, well, he did. Unfortunate. I was going to say we could hold this fairly well, but instead what he did was... I don't really know what he's doing, to be honest. I'm just going to send this Super Conk. We'll see if I can get this WZ-120 in the process. Hello, Mr. WZ. There you go. Nice shot into him. We lost 800 health for this, though, so I can't say it was the most fun endeavor. Let's finish off the Super Conk. There you go. Now we can back up and stay hull down against the enemy Batchat here. And get a free shell into him. Thank you. 330 hit points. All right. And now we got the V4 off to the side as well. Let's get a nice slap into him. This is just a crazy game. This whole battle has been absolutely hectic, I have to say. We're using the good DPM the M60 has. We're getting some shells into our opponent. I'm not going to use adrenaline on this guy because I don't really see the need to. We'll finish him off either way. And with that, we are, well, we're winning, I'll tell you that. We got the 57 Heavy off to the side. Unfortunately, that shell missed him by just an inch on his chinny chin chin, but it shouldn't matter as we still get the next reload in. And he's dead. All right, well... 3,600 damage dealt so far, and we got the 30B over here, who we got a very easy slap into for 345. Now we're going to hopefully ram at full speed. Well, maybe not. He killed my driver. I could have fixed my driver, but I just wanted to make sure I could pen the shell before anything else. Shouldn't matter too much, though. We still did over 4,000 something damage and came out with a pretty solid victory. I really like the M60, and as you saw this battle, it's a pretty good tank. I mean, the on-movement dispersion is fantastic. The armor didn't really do all too much, but that's because we couldn't really use it all too much. You really want to use this tank in a hull-down environment, as the majority of American tanks are really good in these types of hull-down environments. Sorry, kicked my table there a little bit. But here we are, second battle. We have TVP, Sheridan, M6 Yo. All right, well, Specifically the mediums I'm going to have to worry about is the E50M, the Sheridan, and the TVP. Usually expect to see the TVP and the Sheridan go wide far corner. I don't like to do that personally, but let's see where our team goes. Super Conk's going this way, and the rest of them don't appear to be going this way. Huh. Well, I guess we're going to find out how this works. I'm just going to hope that that Super Conk is a good enough teammate to help me out. Alright, well let's see. The Sheridan's over here, and I did get spotted, but I'm not too worried because as long as I'm hauled down, this enemy Sheridan should have a decently hard time of penetrating me. Our Sheridan gets a bit lucky, not gonna lie. He got saved by a shell bouncing off his bootay. Sheridan's got all that spaced armor. Let's see, we got the E50 over here, and ooh, there's the TVP. Okay, there you go. Nice slap into the enemy Sheridan. As soon as that Sheridan shot, I was like, yes, free damage. Ha ha ha. Alright, well, we got the E50 off to the side. We slapped him in the hatch there, not too bad. And we're going to reload again. Alright, TVP's pushing up fairly aggressive. Nice max roll into his tank for 438. And as you can see, this is where the Pattons are really good. It's just holding. They're so good at holding off a plethora of enemy vehicles. Although that shell did not want to go anywhere close to where I wanted it to. But this is what you do in an M60. You just make sure the enemy cannot push you. I know that that Sheridan and TVP are getting a little antsy probably, but that's good because we've got our Super Conk over here to hold them off. If this E50 pokes his lower plate, I'll get a free shell in. And yeah, we're just going to wait here for now. Come on, TVP. Oh yeah, give me a free HE. Ooh, 404. I'll take it. Not bad at all. Alright, all we got left is the E50M and a Sheridan who I cannot imagine rams. So that Sheridan has to be, yeah, I was going to say, that Sheridan still has to be here. We get a nice shot into him. Unfortunately, our 62A, yeah, perishes from a fire. Not too much I can do about that, unfortunately. But we get a nice shot into the enemy E50. I'm going to back up and make sure that the 268 cannot hit me. And let's just see if we can get another... Tracked me. That is one thing I will say about the American mediums that is a bit of a bummer, is the armor on the track wheel. What? Okay. What's the point of telling me it's a pen wargaming if it doesn't pen his armor? What? Either way. Anger. Seethe. Mold. Alright, let's try this again. Let's get a nice HE and a very nice roll at, well, 460. I will take it. Let's go for another shot. 360 damage for that one. We also got the 268 off to the side. Let's load a heat shell to make sure it pens. I just wanted to make sure that would go into his lower plate as well. And there you go. Pretty good victory. So we did get tracked there and messed up one shell on the E50. And then Wargaming said we could pen his upper plate. It still didn't. I don't know. That's just Wargaming's armor calculator being off, I guess. But either way, I'll take 3,647 damage. A pretty good game. And again, a fantastic showcase of the M60 doing its job. I really think this is an underrated vehicle. To be fair, the Patton is just as good. And it's a bit lower down, as we can see, which does mean that you're a bit underneath you know, some of the radar compared to the M60 where you might get spotted. But I'm really hoping that this tank gets PBR, so I guess we'll see. Start playing the M60 if you have it. Make Wargaming know I want it with PBR. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.